Hello and good morning to all. We're here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. You join us for this one-day international between Australia and India. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and alongside me today is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
It's great to be here for this match. I'm sure we'll be treated to a spectacular contest.
Thanks, Alison. We're to go down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
Bowl first is the decision. The crowd will be hoping for their batters to get off to a good start.
Okay, everything looks set to get this match underway. I think the new ball will get some movement, and the openers are going to have to be wary of that. Was quick onto that in the infield. Edge, but it drops safely. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Edged, unplayable. End of the over, 4 off it. Australia are 4 for none.
End of the first, not many runs off it. A good start by the bowlers.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Randwick end. Edged, what a ball. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here, they like it.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Couldn't get it through the field. Edged. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Oh, nicely done. That's gone fine. May well be 4. That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. Australia are 6 for 1. Singh from the Paddington end. Goes in the air and gets good purchase.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing, and the boundary was the only place it was heading.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Timed to perfection.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Doesn't beat the infield. Perfectly timed. Great shot through the gap.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful delivery. No chance for the fielders.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Straight to the fielder. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Everyone's gone up. Well, now that could be out. Out of the ground. That's a tremendous shot. Just sailed away.
How clean did they hit that? Plays that immaculately with a straight bat.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Finds the fielder with that shot. Edge, amazing delivery. Edge, but it drops safely. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. 7 off it. Australia are 26 for 1. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Edged. What a ball. Nice solid defensive shot. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. On that nicely, good defence. And 1. Massive outside edge. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on, will collect that one though. Edged, unplayable. Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score. Singh from the Paddington end. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the Paddington end. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Huge edge.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook. How will he reply?
And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Edge. Amazing delivery. End of the over, 13 coming from it. Australia 49 for 1. The right armour is coming into the attack from the Randwick end. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Thick edge. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Cuts that off well in the infield. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. End of the over, just one off it. Australia are 50 for 1.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Square cut, finds point, no run. Great commitment. Edged, what a ball. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Jeez, timed that well.
Well, that's just timed brilliantly. Moves closer to 50. Going to need something special to get the wicket. 6 lost ball. How will the bowler reply?
Edge, but it drops safely. That's huge. That's a biggie. It is out of here. Absolutely smoked off the bat.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened. Might look to go big again here.
Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one, though. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over from the Paddington end. Huge. That has flown.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe. Hit that one on. On the up, a fabulous drive for 6. How will the bowler respond?
Was quick onto that in the infield. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Well, the bowler pulls out of the delivery. Something mustn't have felt right. Couldn't get it through the field.
A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
They go up here, but it might have pitched. See what the umpire says. Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Brilliant diving stop. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Pandya from the Randwick end. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. Thick edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Nicked it. Three added in that over. Australia are 79 for 1. Can't get that outside the ring field. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Edge, but it drops safely. Delivery, pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
India managed to keep the batters pretty quiet in that over. We're certainly seeing some very good bowling.
Runs have been at a premium this middle portion of the match.
Jadeja, the left-arm orthodox bowlers, coming into the attack from the Randwick end. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
Some moves are being made in the field, looking pretty balanced between defence and attack.
Edge, amazing delivery. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Finds the fielder with that shot. Over. Australia are 88 for 1. Ready from the Paddington end. Siraj coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Doesn't beat the infield. Brilliant shot there.
What a lovely shot, and it flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Square cut, finds point, no run. Edge, but it drops safely. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be at maximum.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Jadeja from the Randwick end.
How will the bowler respond?
Couldn't get it through the field. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Got that away nicely.
Flashed away and got it well enough to find the boundary.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? Brilliant diving stop. 5 runs added there. Australia are 103 for 1.
Runs have been at a premium this middle portion of the match.
Great shot. It was a good length to try that, and they did that with maximum results. 6 more.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas, and the rewards will come. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. 7 runs added there. Australia are 110 for 1.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say.
Caught. Thought that was sailing over, but grabbed right on the boundary. Out. Super catch. Right on the boundary.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance, but has to head back to the pavilion.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. That's a confident appeal. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. Didn't hear or see anything. Was quick onto that in the infield.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
7 runs added in that over. Australia are 117 for 2. Siraj from the Paddington end. Singh, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the Paddington end. Cuts that off well in the infield. Can't get that outside the ring field. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Singh ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
Can't afford too many dot balls at this stage. Need to find a way to ramp up the run rate.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the Randwick end.
A bit more balance brought to the field now as the captain swings the changes.
Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Perfect, right out of the middle and bludgeons that one to the boundary.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crushed away for 4. Will it be 3 boundaries in a row?
Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. That's the over. Australia are 127 for 2. Edge, but it drops safely. Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Straight to the fielder. Seven runs added in that over. Australia are 134 for 2. Rohit from the Randwick angle. Shot, finds the gap with that one. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Square cut, finds point, no run. Finds the fielder with that shot. Massive chance. That's gone. Nice simple catch. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Doesn't beat the infield. End of the over, just one off it. Australia are 135 for 3. Goes over the top with that shot. Dug that out well. Edge, but it drops safely. Bowling fielders look really confident. Beats the field with a great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Oh, great ball. India has gone up for something here. Umpire looks a bit confused as to what they're appealing for. No, terrible shot. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. Didn't hear or see anything. Shot, finds the gap with that one.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
India managed to keep the batters pretty quiet in that over. We're certainly seeing some very good bowling. Singh from the Paddington end.
Can he come back with a dot ball?
Singh deflates the crowd there, pulls up short, and that's going to be a dead ball.
Might look to go big again here. Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Couldn't get it through the field. Big edge.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary. How will he reply?
Misses everything. Not too sure what they're appealing for here. Patel, the left armour, is the new bowler from the Randwick end.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say.
That's a confident appeal. India with a massive shout.
I'm liking the look of this field. If the bowlers stick to their plans, it should be tough to score, but they still have some protection.
Perfectly timed.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder?
Some adjustments to the field.
Square cut, finds point, no run. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. End of the over. 6 runs coming from it. Australia 161 for 3. Singh from the Paddington end. Was quick onto that in the infield. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. That is a beautiful front foot shot. No point in chasing that one.
Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. 6 runs added there. Australia are 167 for 3. Brilliant diving stop.
A few moves made in the field.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. End of the over, 2 runs added to the total. Australia 168 for 3. Pandya coming back on here. They've been bowling really well so far.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Edge, but it drops safely. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Edged, unplayable. Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, round about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Oh, that's beautifully struck right out of the guts end all the way.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Edged, what a ball. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Edge, amazing delivery. End of the over, and a very nicely bowled one. Not much opportunity to score runs there. Patel from the Randwick end. Can't get that outside the ring field. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Perfectly timed.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary. Top class innings. Been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half century.
Whacked away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. End of the over. 14 runs coming from it. Australia 197 for 3. Cuts that off well in the infield. On that nicely, good defence. Two blocks in a row now. Tick tock, tick tock. That's 3 blocks in a row now. They're not doing their run rate any favours. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Good bowling in that over, just the one from it. Australia 198 for 3. Jadeja coming back into the attack, has done well so far. Finds the fielder with that shot.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Big dive from the fielder, tremendous catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Doesn't beat the infield. The end of a very tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be that easy out there at the moment. Good pressure being exerted. Pandya from the Paddington end. Edge, but it drops safely. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Massive outside edge. Edged. Wow, that's a huge appeal for the catch. If there's something on it, it was the faintest of edges. Oh, that's just outrageous.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings.
First ball for the batter, coming in.
Edged, unplayable. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Power and precision in that shot.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crushed away for 4.
After the boundary. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Big edge. Square cut, finds point, no run. Oh, great shot.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
How will the bowler respond?
Couldn't get it through the field. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end. Pandya from the Paddington end. Misses everything. India has gone up for something here. Umpire looks a bit confused as to what they're appealing for. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Perfectly timed. Was quick onto that in the infield. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
6 runs out of there. Australia 217 for 5. The bowler looks really confident. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery. It's their best ball, top shelf.
They have the wicket they wanted. A huge blow. Green. Gone for not many.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Massive outside edge. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Edge. but it drops safely. And that's dropped. Oh, no. Everyone's gone up. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch. On length is obviously the way to go. Edged, what a ball. Bowling fielders look really confident. Edged, unplayable. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Finds the edge. Pandya has finished off a tidy over there. Nothing to show for it, but will be well pleased nevertheless. Jadeja from the Randwick end. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Jeez, timed that well.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Square cut, finds point, no run. Beats the field with a great shot. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. The new bowler is coming into the attack. Edged it. Oh, that just didn't stick. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. gets that away.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. End of the over, Australia 237 for 6. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4. Can't get that outside the ring field. Edged. India with a strong appeal. That should be given. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over. 3 runs coming off it. Australia 240 for 7. Fielding restrictions now in place. We'll need to bowl well to constrain the batters with fewer fielders allowed outside the circle. Edged, unplayable. Edge, but it drops safely.
This field's looking for more balance between attack and defence.
Massive outside edge.